Hey folks, welcome to the preview for the League Cricket for the weekend of Saturday the 15th of May. Usual format, Northern League first. Hopefully the weather's better for us again and we can get some play underway this time. Northern League, so games in there. Chorley v Longridge, Fulwood v St Anne's, Garstang v Netherfield, Kendal v Fleetwood, Leyland v Lancaster, and Morecambe v Blackpool. Now looking at that, Leyland need some points there, don't they? They're bottom of the table or down near the bottom of the table. They've had a poor start, so Leyland need some points. They'd be looking at the game against Lancaster thinking they can get something. Fingers crossed. But my game of the day, Morecambe versus Blackpool Seaside Derby. This has got a really long tradition of producing tight games. Really good. Morecambe's first game since the official retirement of Tommy Clough. Now, Tom and I have had our run-ins over the years, but he's Morecambe through and through. He's played a lot of cricket. He's got a lot of wickets. And to be honest, he's been really successful at a high level. So I wish him well for the future. And so that's the game of the day, Morecambe v Blackpool. Now then, with Blackpool, Captain Fantastic Paul Danson, he's not getting any younger, is he? I don't know how old he is. I'll have a guess. He's probably mid to late 40s, probably something like that. He's been around a long time doing the business, nurturing these young players. How long he's got to go, I'm not sure. Big game for both teams, 5v4 that is. And so both will be looking to stamp a bit of authority on that. That's definitely the game of the day, Morecambe Blackpool. Palace Shield, Barrow v Eccleston, Croston v Fylde, Penwitham v Great Eccleston, South Shore versus Kirkham and Wesham, Thornton Clevelands versus Penrith, and Vernon Carus versus Preston. Now, Preston are going to be looking, they need to get off the mark. They're right down there. They don't want to be doing the double drop. No one from the Northern League's gone down to Division 1A as yet. And Preston won't want to be the first in that. I suppose Thornton Clevelands versus Penrith should have been the game of the day, really, there, looking at it. But I've gone for Penwitham and Great Eccleston. Great Eccleston had a good win over Tarleton in the Mailer Cup. And Penwitham had a really good win over Westgate from the Westmoreland League in the Mailer Cup there. That was pretty tight, and I think that was a Duckworth Lewis finish. That could have been quite a tight finish there, ebbed and flowed. So an interesting, if you get to look at the scorecard from the Mailer Cup, Penwitham against Great Eccleston, an interesting comparison between the leagues, I think, there. And both teams here will be looking to close the gap on the top three. Both of these sides have never been in the Northern League, and I'm sure they're looking at it. So Penwitham versus Great Eccleston, that's 4v6, that's my game of the day. Into the Westmoreland League, games on Saturday and Sunday here. Saturday, it's Bear versus Milnthorpe, Heysham versus Burneside, Sedgwick versus Westgate, Shire's Head versus Carnforth, Trimpole versus Silverdale, and Wharton versus Arnside. And on Sunday, it's Sedbergh School versus Milnthorpe. So a double header for Milnthorpe there. They'll be looking to use those two games, especially away at Bear and away at Sedbergh. They could press on, could Milnthorpe, and they get two decent results there because they're looking up towards the top of the table. Heysham against Burneside. Heysham will be buoyed by their emphatic win against Vernon Carus in their Mailer Cup, really. Vernon's were missing some players, as were Heysham. Heysham missing a couple, Vernon's maybe 3 or 4. But it was a bit of a drubbing, that 8 wickets. They did well there. My game of the day, I'm going down the table, to be fair. I'm going 10v9. That's Trimpole versus Silverdale. 10v9. Nobody wants to be down there. At the start of the season, both of these teams, they'd have aimed for a mid-table finish, and both need a win to achieve that or to keep that going. They're both about a win, that's 12, 15 points clear of the relegation places, so they want to keep away from there. They don't want to be relegated. Silverdale have been in the top division for a long time. Trimpole have been up and down a little bit, but they've established over the last 2 or 3 years in the top division. They've got some wins in them. And together with Bear and Burneside and Wharton, Trimpole and Silverdale, they're the ones that are down there. So a perfect chance for both of these sides to get something decent out of this game, and play, as best as they can and try and get up to mid-table. So the signs there are good. They're encouraging. Let's see these teams, see who comes out on top and see who can break away properly from the relegation places. That's the table. I've not singled Arnside out too much this week, have I? I'm going to now, though, because Arnside had a point deducted for not having a result on time. So perhaps ageing Arnside aren't quite up to date with the technology. The computers are all a bit past them at their age. So they need to brush up on that a little bit. And Heysham had 2 points deducted for not having a scorer in one of their games. So the Westmoreland League rules becoming really tightly marshalled here. And it's not on the field infringements here, it's off the field infringements that you've got to be careful of. Get your administration sorted out and make sure you've got a scorer or a player to do the scoring at least. Watch out for the results show on Sunday, and I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching.